Hi, welcome to episode 23 of the GeneticRim. We're still having that big old Defoliator ship down here. A lot of mechanoids around that as well. I'm pretty annoyed of those guys, but what can we do? It's not going to be the end of the world for sure, but I'm pretty afraid of these guys once they awaken. That's 4 Lancers this time. So sadly, they are also sitting in an area where it's pretty hard to engage on them. Like, if I come from this direction, they have an open line of fire, and if I try to come from the other direction, it's pretty much the same thing. So, what happens here? A raid from the Dark Hyenas. Who are the Dark Hyenas? They are the well-equipped people. And these guys are having a Doomsday rocket launcher. Okay, it's going to be an interesting one. Well, let's see what'll happen. I mean, these guys are obviously passing the mechanoids, and well, I'm going to see how this will end. So I certainly don't want to. What's the relationship there? It's Ikio's wife. Okay. So, I'm actually really tempted to do the following. Are these, yeah, they are preemptive raiders. I'm going to fire here and activate the mechanoids, and I'm going to see what that'll do to their willingness to combat. I mean, it's pretty good if I hit. So, okay, Akio is incapable of violence. So, I'm going to use the artillery here as well. Fire in the hole! Really need a few new shells. There we go. Oh boy, ace. That's exactly an ace. So these guys will now rip each other apart. I mean, it was quite silly of them to set up camp right next to the sleeping mechanoids. So, I'm going to leave these guys to each other, and I'm going to take care of whatever might be left over there. So, I guess the pirates are winning the fight against the mechanoids here. But, luckily they already fired away their Doomsday rocket launcher, and I was honestly pretty concerned about that one. Okay, so these guys are actually pretty much unharmed. Well, maybe not unharmed, but okay. It's not as horrible as it could be. Alright, so I guess the safest way will be to let the animals do the tanking here. I'm pretty sure they will bang in those doors, so let's check out what will happen next. So, exactly. So I'm spreading up my peeps here a little bit. I don't want to, or maybe we'll just hold open that door here and get away from there. No, my chicken lizard! You... Oh, man. It's quite barbaric. So, it's the first of those guys going down. I'm taking this way of combat here because I feel like this is pretty safe to do so. So, oh man. One of my rat fellows had to die. What a pity. Okay, but let's get rid of Danny. There we go. And Akio will just block Jane's line of sight there. So that's that. Ugh, my hauling bot had to die. What a pity. So, these guys are actually working in 2 teams. It's quite disgusting. Okay, but I've lost one rat fellow here. And now they're... what? What's wrong with you guys? Okay, so they're giving me time to reform myself, so that's pretty good. The Muffalo chicken needs treatment, and Sparks need treatment. Okay. How good is Sparks' medical skill? Oh, it was. I remember. Yeah, I'm going to send Akio to tend Sparks, and we're going to defend this place with the rest of the peeps. There we go. So. A few walls are already offering your colony some really big advantages in the defense of your place. So they're fleeing now. Okay, wonderful. Let's check what we can salvage here. So, Maddox is running on an assaulting spree. Yeah, whatever, dude. So, I don't want to have the bio-coded SMG. So, or bio-coded HMGs. Carbine. This guy is having full marine armor. Bio-coded lever action rifle. Mechanoid egg. Alright. My poor chicken lizard. Oh well. But I got a carbine in return. It's also not bad. Oh, and I need a new robot. It's really important. Okay, but apart from that, I got rid of the most problems in the area while only losing a few animals. I mean, every one of them is going to be dearly missed, especially the rat fellows. I lost 2 of them, right? Damn. So I would need to rebreed them entirely. But oh well, they certainly did a lot for us. They ensured the survival of the colony. Okay. So, after all these problems have finally been solved, I'll check out what to do next. So, I really need some steel to finally get a few things done. My steel reserves are just a mess, so to say the least. So let's build that hybridization chamber. I mean, so it will occasionally produce mutant queens if possible. To create drones, insert the queen in the bee house and attach a brood chamber. Yeah. Mutations are random. So basically, I think a good idea would be to do this here more than once. To ensure more chances of breeding actually happening. So temperate drone and a mild queen. There we go. I mean, right now there's nothing happening. There we go. So overall, I have set up now everything necessary, and it's going to take a damn long time until something happens here, I think. Mutations are random, okay. Let's see when something new will breed. Let's replace those components. And it's also time to think about the breeding options with the Muffalo. I mean, I could try to breed some new rat fellows, but honestly, I'm not that interested right now. So I still have a Muffalo chicken here, so that could be also quite interesting. And apart from that, I have a cat fellow. Well, the cat fellows are also quite useful, but well, who's in extreme break risk here and why? My husband Sparky died. Seriously? He wasn't even here. The dreaded relationship rate of doom. It's always the same. Okay. But some things just have to happen. And also, for some reason, my animals are not allowed to enter this room. Which is kind of stupid because I have built beds in there for them to sleep in. Possibly should build up another barn in here. Sounds quite good. Let's drop some animal sleeping spots in here too. And I wonder why Orozco is completely rested at 1 o'clock, but well, I just let him do whatever he wants to do. But one thing that's actually pretty important for me is to get rid of the Defoliator ship, because there's really no reason to let its influence spread further than really necessary. He keeps missing a lot of shots. Are you that bad at shooting, friend? Not really. Alright, so also a drop of a advanced component. That's very, very useful as well. Wow. Mining 15 at this point. Not bad. Alright. There's some malachite in the wall. Now then. Since everything is just working out fine now, I'm going to try to achieve new to gather new genetic materials. I think I'm going to send out Nicholas to get something here. So, oh well. If it comes down to hunting muffalos, I should be a little bit more careful, I guess. These guys are not that harmless after all. Oh man. I need steel. It's really one big problem of my colony here. I feel pretty out of steel. Oh! There's a tortoise. Okay. I feel like it's really lovely that Nicholas hunts squirrels with a charge LMG. Feels wonderful to me. Okay. But as a matter of fact, I'm going to hunt the tortoise as well. Because it is a very valuable source of lizard genes. There we go. And that's that. There's some steel. And some iron. I guess that was that hauler bot. And if there's iron here... Yeah, well, I already smeltered some steel back. Nice. Okay. So, my basic idea is to drop down a few turrets. It's nothing special. I just want to have my first mini turrets. And obviously I need to lay down a new power cord first. Okay. No! We need so much more power cords first. Oh well. So there's going to... There's all my steel going to get buried in. Go juice binge! Oh. Okay, Rin. You know, there are a few things in life that you shouldn't just binge. I mean, we only have one bottle of that stuff. But, oh man, don't get me started. Let's send Maddox. Go. I mean, I understand that losing a loved one is really putting some strain on her, but, well, I can't let her binge on something vicious as goat juice. So, Akio is throwing a party, that's really good, but Erin can't actually attend to the party if, well, whatever. She's going to manage with the catharsis buff, it's okay. Reptilian genetic materials, so... I'm going to combine a few more muffalos with each with a lot of different things. But first I need to hunt the muffalos actually. And at some point the friggin' rain has to stop, because there's that rain is already lasting quite a long time. Okay. I feel like these rooms need some light. They look so dreary. So work for today has been put down. We're partying now. There's quite a lot of mechanoids at this point in my freezer. So, alpha genetic engineering will be done quite soon. That's great. Why exactly didn't we carry that home? I won't bother asking. Wow. Erin is still looking for that goat juice bottle. It's not there anymore, Erin. Calm down. Alright. There's still a lot of drugs that haven't been carried inside yet. So I think I'm going to try to breed another rat fellow for my colony, or don't I? No, I won't. Just realized in the long run that these guys are not really as useful as I wanted them to be. So yeah, basically I just need insane amounts of steel, that's all. And I have to find some new sources of that stuff. I'm really considering researching deep drilling pretty soon to look for more steel. But well, let's wait for a few days, I'd say. I mean, I handled a few pretty heavy, severe crises so far, so I think we should be okay for now. Alpha genetic engineering, wonderful. So now I have the ability of rating new crazy things, like ground follows, for example. Well, John and Velociraptor have formed a bond. He named her Stoli. That really troubles me a little bit, but only a little bit. So, what do I want to research next? I have already the noble apparel, but I need the harp technology as well. Otherwise, I won't be able to fulfill the needs of a nobleman. So there we go. I'm giving some smooth orders for the far future. When the evil scientist's mountain base is finished, we're going to smooth some walls. Alright. So, the only thing that's now a problem is we need somebody hauling these amounts of iron back home. What's my robot doing, though? He's hauling. Okay. He's just not getting all the work done in the proper speed. That's okay. That's completely okay. Why are there none present? There we go. So I'm afraid that we're going to guide Erin through the loss of her husband for quite a long time. Oh, and Bentley was her bonded animal as well. So yeah, I guess Erin is out of order for a while now. Sadly. I don't have as many materials as I really would like to have, so some more cowboy hats. Well, I'm going to do no, not cowboy hats. I'm going to make dusters out of these materials. So for now, I'm going to just scrap all the materials that I don't want to have into dusters. Maybe scrapping is not exactly the proper word, but I guess you're understanding what I want to say, and I'm going to do this forever. So they're going to do dusters out of these materials until the materials are gone, and I like that. Because clothing is a very good way of accumulating wealth. So I really need to order somebody now to haul this stuff, because advanced components are pretty damn valuable. And seeing those things rotting there in the rain just makes me feel really bad. Okay. There we go. Speaking of rain, finally the rain has stopped. So I'm amazed that the rain lasted that long, actually. So sadly, in this corner, no new materials showed up or such. I was hoping for some ore vein hidden in the mountain, but no, nothing. But I don't want to be too greedy. I have a pretty large stockpile of iron here. That will turn into a pretty decent amount of steel as well. There's just too much work to do here in general. I'm still waiting for a mad scientist trade ship to show up. That would be real fun. Okay. So I realized that I have a few upgrades available here. The carbine is definitely a better weapon compared to the, I don't know. John is at shooting 7 at this point. Nice. So, yeah. I'm going to give John the carbine here because, I don't know. I feel like he really deserves that one. More than most of the guys here in the colony. There we go. And tomorrow it's about time to hunt some buffalo. So those squirrelopes will turn into a real pest pretty soon. Because right now I have a lot of different males and females available, so once they all get pregnant, it's going to be crazy. The mad prisoners, so... so I have to keep them safe for 5 days. There are going to be 5 raids. I'm going to get 7 Janissaries. Yeah, and I'll get a 77-year-old evangelist for that. And some royal favor. Sure, the royal favor increase is pretty substantial, but I'm not too interested in defending 5 big raids to get a 77-year-old colonist, which I don't even know. Sometimes I feel like this new kind of quest should actually give you the stats of the colonist. It's not like this guy is calling from a distress beacon or such. I mean, there should be some bio available. I mean, it's not a complete unknown, especially not to the guy that's offering me the joining of this person. So this doesn't really make sense to me. Alright, I'll research the deep drilling and the ground penetrating scanner right away too, because I really noticed that I'm not getting enough steel here. A lot of my projects are now lying still because I don't have enough steel available. I mean, we're doing whatever possible to increase the amount of available steel, but it is a noticeable problem. Alright. But those squirrelopes will be real fun. Once they're all trained, I'm going to use them against my enemies. And I'm going to bond them all to Aaron, I think. And this way I'll avoid that they'll mix up with the other animals. Because it's really important. I mean, basically when I use the squirrelopes, I don't want to send any other animals into the fight. Because they would be just in danger for no reason at all. Alright, so he's now starting to build those subsurface conduits. That's really good. And, okay, the iron vein here is getting smeltered in, and the increase of materials is already pretty noticeable. So it's time to use the pellets. I'm going to use tin for the pellets. Tin is a quite OP material, in my opinion. You're getting really good weapons out of that. I searched that so damn quickly. Nice. So let's dig out that tin, and it's time to organize my storage a little bit more efficiently here. What was that noise? That shoveling noise? Well, I don't know. So looks like my guest wing doesn't have any natural resources available so far. Kinda sad. Okay. Most important part getting finished as soon as possible will be the power cords down there. Because I really want to have turrets available in these areas. It's not really cool to have no turrets available. And Sparks is on it. Crafting duster after duster. You already did a lot of them. Okay, not bad. Roscoe is in a shoot frenzy now. Oh man, I keep forgetting to hunt these buffaloes. I equipped John with a carbine, and then I wanted to do that, and then I forgot it again. Man. Oh well. It's going to be one day with less genetic manipulations as usual. That's okay. Poor Aaron. The chemical starvation doesn't really make it better. But honestly, Aaron, if you are that fascinated by doing drugs, come on, smoke one. Yeah, okay. Then you're going to destroy our glitter world medicine. Sure, you do that, Aaron. But honestly, still, light one up. You're chemically starved. You need that. So I'm going to use this pellet here for the iron. So it's just important that you're not using any other storage squares with the priority important. So yeah, there's chemical hunger now, but so yeah, the new animal sleeping spots are getting used. It's good. Roscoe is mining out the tin we're needing for the new pallets. That stuff is getting mined out so damn quickly. Wow. It's quite insane, isn't it? Okay. Let's bring John, Sparks, and Orozco. They're going to shoot 3 Muffalo, and then we're going home. One. Alright, so we're having these 2 animals spread out there, and now we can finish them off. What's that? Or, no, I'm going to keep them forbidden for now. Alright. So, I'm going to send John to extract genes. And Orozco to prioritize the hunting. And I was hoping that Sparks would actually haul the last one, but I keep forgetting that you have to order the people manually to do that. They're never smart enough to do that on their own. Like, never. Alright. So now I'm at least getting some genes in. So it turns out that my biome is not really good for RimBees in general. So, or just the summer is not a good not a good season. Nice. So some Muffalos. I also need a alpha gene pod. So this will eat up another 200 watt. So I possibly want to wait with that, huh? Wait until I have built more generators, because I really want to tap into the other steam holes. I'm still surprised that there are so few of them on the map here scattered, but I'm still pretty sure that I haven't seen all of them yet. I still believe that there are more steam geysers in here, so I'm going to build more structures here. And since I'm digging out so much Lurzolite, I think I'm going to use that stone as well. There we go. I always wanted to do some Lurzolite buildings, so it's my chance to do so. But first I'll need the geothermal reactors. Where's the other guy? Down there. So these are really really far away things, but yeah, you know, I'm going to try if I'll be able to keep them safe. If not, sucks to be me. If yes, great, I have a big source of power available. So it's just my few thoughts about that. And I'll actually let a or no, this is all subsurface. Subsurface can't be attacked, and thus it's a lot stronger. So I'm going to let these connections run subsurface. It's a pretty big endeavor, but I also have big power needs, so let's keep going with that, shall we? I'm a little bit sad that the temperature right now is stopping my bees from growing. Orozco called the squirrel a pain after it nuzzles. Okay, I don't question these decisions. It's just their way of dealing with things, okay? So this is for tin. And something will happen? No. Okay. And I'm going to do 2 pellets for tin. And inside here, I'm going to start to build a few pellets for different materials. But considering the sheer amount of tin available on this map, I really wanted to have a bigger surplus of this material. So it's time to mine out in this area here a little bit. So since this area here will open up our business into a regular mining business, I'm going to... Okay, the mare is... the stallion now is called Professor. My people are getting weirder and weirder. I love it. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that the duster job is done quite soon. Yeah, well, not quite. All right. So let's combine Muffalo with Reptile. So I have now a this combination produces no other different mutations. I don't know how I should understand that. So I'm going to insert the hybrid queen in the new one. And let's see what happens after this one. Hybrid bees have mixed traits of temperate and mild bees and are a first step in the creation of specialized bees for the colony. They are still not very special, but if they are crossbred even further, their hidden potential might be awakened. Okay, so I guess the minimum and maximum temperatures are also something that's different for the several kinds of bees. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this whole project. Anyways, friends, it's time to turn down this episode, sadly. I hope you enjoyed your stay as much as I did. It was quite a turbulent one. We got rid of a few nasties, and pretty big building plans were set up. Erin is losing her mind. Yeah, a lot of things happened. Feel free to drop me a comment down below what you think. I would deeply appreciate that. No genetic material combinations today, but more of that in the next episode, don't worry. I would also be very, very grateful for any form of support, in be that a like, a share with your friends, or even a subscription to my channel. Every gesture counts. Do whatever feels good for you. I don't mind if you don't, and I hope you come by for the next episode as well. See you guys. Bye-bye.